really simple ingredients. And of course, look, best kitchen helper ever. Hold that thought. Now we're festive. Welcome back to Snow Dogs Cooking, where if I can cook it, so can you. If you guys have been here for a while, you might remember 4th of July last year, we made a Jello poke cake. This year, we're gonna make an Easter poke cake, but we're gonna use pudding instead of gelatin. This should be fun. Let's get to work on this. Real quick though, checking in on second best kitchen helper and checking in on third best kitchen helper ever, who has not gone and hidden anywhere just yet. It's because the oven's not on yet. So as I said, this is a pretty simple recipe. I'm using a box cake mix. You could make a white cake if you want to, but I'm going to use a box cake mix. So you're gonna need everything that your box cake mix tells you need. I'm using white because I want this to be as white as possible, because I'm also going to be using some food dye to make this a really marbly looking cake. So follow your ingredients here. I have my eggs, I have my oil. I am using white chocolate instant pudding. Instant pudding is going to work the best for this. You can use any flavor you want with your white cake. I saw the white chocolate and figured I gotta try that. For frosting, you can use Cool Whip. I don't like Cool Whip as frosting on anything. You can also get another box of this and put it on there as your frosting. I'm going with cream cheese frosting because you just can't go wrong with that. I have some decorations, some sprinkles, some peeps, just for fun, and then food coloring because, as I said, I am going to turn this cake into a marbly colored cake. Following the directions on the back of my box, we're gonna preheat the oven to 350. So because I want my cake to be really white, I am using 4 egg whites for the white cake. Again, you can follow the directions on the back of your box cake. I'm going to use 4 egg whites, so I'm going to get those ready first. And of course, everybody has a different way of separating eggs. I'm going to use my cute little egg separator and put the egg whites in here. And then I'm going to put the egg yellows in here and then cook them for the dogs. And if you've never seen one of these before, you crack your egg in there and then you pour it, and just the white is going to come out into the bowl. All right, I have my egg whites in the bowl. I mixed up my egg yellows. I'm gonna set those aside and cook those for the dogs after I get this cake in the oven. So once again, following the directions on the back of my box, I need a 1/2 cup of oil. I am just using regular vegetable oil. We're gonna pour that in. And then again, according to the back of the box, 1 1/4 cup of water. Pour that into the bowl. And again, according to the back of the box, we're gonna go ahead and pour in the cake mix. Now I'm gonna take my hand mixer and we're gonna mix this in this bowl for about 2 minutes. Hey look, the oven's preheated. Our cake is now mixed. Now you can see I have 2 other bowls here. I am going to split this into 3, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of food coloring in each one. If you don't wanna use food coloring, if you don't wanna do any of that, you can leave your cake white. You can use a different color Jello, so like, because I used a white pudding. You can use a different color, you can use like a lemon, and that'll give it the color that you're looking for the poke cake. But I'm gonna make mine a little marbly and put a little bit of food coloring in it. I now have it divided. I'm pretty sure it's not that even. And I'm gonna put a pink, a teal, and a purple. Let's do this one teal and this one purple. 1 drop in, let's stir it together and see if it's gonna make it the color we want. All right, that's a pretty blue. I did end up putting another little drop in. Now I'm gonna do purple and pink. Those look like Easter colors to me. Now, I'm gonna kind of move these aside. I'm gonna get my pan. I'm gonna spray this so nothing sticks to it, and then I'm gonna start plopping colors into the pan. So this is kind of what we're going for. I've done half, now I'm gonna do the other half. Now, you can take a knife and kind of swirl this around, but I think I'm just gonna flatten it out a little bit on the top, kind of, do this thing, and then put it in the oven. So I didn't like go down and swirl it. I kind of just flattened out the top of it. This is gonna turn brown and you're not gonna see much of those colors anyway, and frosting is gonna go over it. Now, according to my cake box, I'm using a 13x9 pan. It says 34 to 38 minutes until the toothpick comes out clean. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in the oven and let it cook. Now that the cake's in the oven, let's surprise the dogs. You really, truly are the best kitchen helper ever, aren't you? She's like, yep, got my spot. I'm here. Oh, look at that. We made some eggs for the dogs. And look at that. Third best kitchen helper ever came in here. Ready, Memphis? She's like, yes. Jeez, oh Pete. Just grab it off of there. I'm working on it. Technically, you're you're second best kitchen helper ever, so you should get the second bite. And then third best kitchen helper ever gets the third bite. 1 more bite, and then the rest is going on your lunch, okay? Holy cow. Good grab. We'll go in the correct order this time. Yeah. You keep your butt on the ground, ma'am. All right, cake's in the oven. We'll check it in a minute. I told you that the top was gonna turn dark, but don't worry. The inside will have the color we're looking for. We did the toothpick test and we're good. It's clean, cake's done. Now we have to let this cool completely before the next step. Okay, our cake is nice and cool. I'm gonna take a wooden spoon and I'm gonna start poking some holes into this cake. Now, don't poke them all the way. That's the biggest thing I remember from doing this before, was don't go all the way to the bottom. And I'm just gonna alternate where it's at. Okay, that's way too fun. You can see all the color down in there. Now, I'm gonna take my box of instant pudding mix and I am going to mix this exactly as the instructions that are on here somewhere say to do. Mix, mix, mix. Pudding is mixed. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna slowly, because you can see it's already starting to get a little firm, I'm gonna kind of pour it on here. And then I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna kind of spread it around to make sure it fills up the holes. I got them all filled in. Now I'm gonna put this back in the fridge for about 30 minutes, just to give that pudding a little bit of chance to set up. So this has been in the fridge for a little while. Now, like I said, you can use pudding as your frosting if you want, or you can use Cool Whip. Cool Whip is gonna spread a little bit easier. I am using just some cream cheese frosting, but I gotta be really careful to not make a mess out of this and rip up the cake. Can I do this? I guess we'll find out. I have no idea how I not only got the frosting to work and I didn't rip up the entire top of the cake. Look at how cute it is. I do have these peeps, but I think I'm gonna leave them on the side and then put them on like individual pieces of cake if we want to. I feel like if I put them all on there, it's gonna be a little bit too much. This turned out really cute. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it and see what it looks like on the inside. Oh my goodness, I just cut into it. It worked! You can see the pudding. You can see all the color. Here's the piece I cut. You can see the colors. You can see the pudding. Oh, this turned out so, what a fun Easter dessert. And I mean, it's just cake. This is too cute. No, ma'am, the cake is not for you. I'm sorry. You had a cake for your birthday. This is not for you. Do you know what it is?
I know it's cake and a peep.
The peep's just for fun.
But the question is, it's not beef flavored, is it?
I hope not.
Okay.
I didn't really tell you at all what it is besides a poke cake. Remember the 4th of July poke cake?
Yeah.
This one's with pudding instead of Jello.
What would be the dip? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's Jello pudding, but the other one's Jello gelatin stuff. This is pudding.
Okay.
No,
right,
I did.
because the other one did make it really moist.
Yes.
I don't know, this still looks really moist.
Yeah, it should be. It's white chocolate pudding because I wanted it to be white. It's a white cake too, so.
It's just a white cake.
Yeah, it's a white cake.
Vanilla cake. Is that the cream cheese frosting? No, that's
maybe. There's a lot of flavors going on.
It's actually really good.
Hi, Memphis.
It reminds me of a birthday cake.
Yeah?
Yeah, like.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
The sprinkle, maybe it's the sprinkles I taste.
Yeah,
it reminds
maybe.
me of like the birthday cake where you get that little extra party flavor.
Let me see your bite. So you can see there's pudding in it, all the pretty colors. Yeah? Oh, it's so cute. Fun for Easter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
And it's really good.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Memphis, I took your Easter collar off, but you cannot have a bite of cake. I am sorry. I definitely cut too big of a piece for myself as well, but oh my gosh, this is so good. So if you're looking for something super fun, super easy, and super cute to take to a family member's house for Easter or something to make for your house for Easter, easy. You can even do this as a birthday cake, really. Easy, fun, tastes good. I would like to try it with different flavors of pudding. This would have been really good with a lemon pudding, and the yellow would have been nice and bright. Next time, I'll try that. All right, you guys, we hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay positive, dream big, and we will see you again soon. Goodbye, audience.